Hey y'all, it's Coach Johnson here today. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today? I'm gonna go ahead and just pull these comments out because I see everybody coming in today. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? I'm gonna go into the comments first. We got Cam at the top. Shout out to Cam. Cam coming home for the break. I know this semester was a hard semester, so definitely shout out to Cam for keep doing your semester. Being strong. So she's coming home today for the break for Thanksgiving break. Good holidays. Good holidays. Yolanda, how you doing? Yolanda, she hit the second place today. How you doing, Yolanda? You got Donovan. What's up, Donovan? How you been? You got to hit me up, bro. I've been seeing I've been seeing like you've been still in school and stuff. So definitely hit me up if you ever need like any type of any homework assignments, essays, anything. Just let me know if you need it, bro. I got you. Um, saying Gemma, what's up, Gemma. I still need my artwork. Like I still haven't got my artwork. That Drake piece that I told you I want. Like I really need that for real. So like whenever you get that, let me know I can get that. So I need that because I need that, Gemma. I need that. Santana, what's up, Santana? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Cam said definitely still got the finals. Of course, you gotta go back. I go back what Sunday? Yeah, I go back Sunday, and I go back Sunday night, and finals for 2 more weeks. And I don't know. Like I'm tired. I'm stressed out. Cause like that's all I do. It's just schoolwork, schoolwork, work. That's just my life, college students. Jim is saying, "Hey, yo, I'm painting right now." I know, like, I need that painting. You know that painting good. Like, your painting is like the top. You up there, like, what's them artist's name? Da Vinci. If I'm saying it wrong, I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but I think it's like Da Vinci. I think for team, I mean not for team. I think Jim is better than Da Vinci. That's just my opinion. But let me get back to everybody in the comments. How you guys doing? Antonio, how you doing? How you doing? Bree, what's up, Bree? What's up, Bree? Mar, what's up, Marquay? Marquay, I feel like I haven't seen you in like years. I probably haven't saw you like in person since Bloomberg. But what's up, Mar? How you been? What's up, Mar? I learned that y'all Mar is a lacrosse player. And for any people that don't know lacrosse is actually a fun sport. Like for real, like it's really a fun sport. I'm in college and I've been watching some lacrosse players play, and I'd be like, hmm, mm. Like you really gotta take that ball and try to get into that net, and then they be hitting people. And like I'm not the person to get hit. Like if I'm taking a ball to the net, I'm running and I got this little stick, and you hit me, I'm gonna want to fight. Cause like don't hit me. Like they be really tackling. Like it's football out there. So I'll be like, that ain't me. That ain't me. That ain't me. That's just not me. I just not gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. I stick to basketball, running across country, something else. But it ain't me. What's up, Fatima? What's up, Fatima? What's up, Chelsea? What's up, Chelsea? What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling? Y'all, today we got a real good topic. And I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while because this topic really is like for me, like I was like, I was sitting here, I was like, yeah, what I'm gonna talk about today on Wednesday. Wow, I already got it. Like I kind of knew this topic was gonna come. So we got this topic we're gonna talk about. We also got a special guest coming in. Let me see if our special guest is here yet. Our special guest not here. So I'm gonna see our special guest. Our special guest not here, so we gonna keep it going until our special guest get here. But look, this topic we got today, y'all. This topic we got today is about patience. And I know a lot of people. I know a lot of my friends, like my personal friends in college, do not have patience. Like some of the people on the basketball team doesn't have patience. I've seen some of like our professors, like our new professors that we got this year from last year, doesn't have patience because some of them trying to convert from back to being online to being back in person. So a lot of people don't have that type of patience. I know me, I don't have patience. Like I tend to, I mean, I'm saying I tend. I am working on it. My patience. I'm working on it. I really am. And when I say about working on my patience is I'll say like drive throughs, y'all, drive throughs. I can't do drive throughs. Like when I go to like to a McDonald's drive through or like a Burger King drive through, and they be like, "Hello, how may I take your order?" And I be like, "Can I get 10-piece nugget and some fries?" They be like, "What you say?" I be like, "Can I get a 10-piece nugget and some fries?" They be like, "What you say? Say it one more time." I'm like, you know what? Okay, you know what? It is what it is. And then I get mad. Like I literally get mad. And then I'd be like, I don't even want to order nothing no more. So I just leave. But that's when I gotta realize, like, I need to gain some patience. I just need to gain patience and be able to calm myself down, especially when times come like that. And now I'm in college, and I think, and just in college and just in high school, middle school, whatever, you gonna need patience in life. Period. You just gonna need patience. Like that's just the God honest truth. Like you can't live life without some patience because sometimes your parents might get on your nerves, and you be like, you know what? I need this patience. I need this self control to keep my cool, keep my calm, keep my calm and collected. Like patience. And Miss Joni, I don't. Shout out to Miss Joni, y'all. Give her a nice hand clap or salute because she must got a lot of patience. If she can handle the whole heart smiles, opportunities, and look over the youth and make sure they have opportunities and make sure that she's good herself and make sure that her family's good as well. Like that carries a lot of patience, a lot of self control, a lot of dedication. And for people like that, like I commend them because I'm trying. Like patience in me is very, very, very thin. Like my patience is like this, like this. Is that my guy Naeem?
Oh, game 1 second.
Okay, okay. What's up, Naeem? We got Naeem coming today, y'all. Our special guest is on today. We got a special guest. Naeem is coming. What's up, Naeem? How you feeling?
I mean, I feel okay because I'm a little sick, but I'm gonna do my best to keep my energy up today. And hey,
Yeah,
how
definitely.
you out here? Yeah. hmm
Definitely, definitely, and by a lot of people is being sick in this weather. Y'all gotta definitely wrap up because one day I don't know where everybody else is at because I'm in North Carolina. Some people in Baltimore. We got Cam in Atlanta and stuff like that. But definitely the weather is changing. You feel me? So it's like fall, and then it's gonna get to maybe to winter. Down in North Carolina, it'd be like 45 degrees one morning, right? And then by 12 o'clock, it felt like it's 70 degrees. So then you taking off your jacket, you taking off your coat, you just want to go outside in your shirt and your sweats and like, no, y'all definitely got to wrap up. Yes, Cam said it, the ammonia weather. Y'all definitely got to bundle up, especially when y'all think it's like, oh, it feel a little warm. No, definitely be able to carry another jacket, something you can wear over. Because once that sun go down, it's done for. It's done for. But no, we definitely hope you get better though, Cam. We definitely hope you get better, Naeem. But today we was talking about patience. Like
Patient.
I was telling everybody, like I really don't got patience. Like I'm working on it, but at first, I mean, like right now, like right now, I have more patience than I did have before. But at first, I didn't have no patience. So, what about you in patience? How do you control how do you control your patience and during tough times?
Um, I was first things first. I was taught how to be patient,
Mm-hmm.
not just only with somebody else, but myself. Because, like, I feel like patience starts with you first. But like how I started was, I remember sometimes where okay, say example like Thanksgiving is like in 2 days for real, and
Thanks, Thanksgiving is tomorrow.
I mean, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate it.
Okay, but
You
Thanksgiving is
know,
definitely tomorrow.
hey, I'm old. I'm old. But listen, I'm. We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Now
But
you
yeah,
younger than me. How are you old? If you old, I'm elderly.
some people say I look 18 and over.
Oh, my fault. My fault. I look 22. But go ahead, keep talking. Now, keep talking.
But yeah, like say example is Thanksgiving, and your
Mm-hmm.
mother she's cooking turkey, and you just so impatient to get that like, oh my god, like can my mother hurry up? But she's telling you to be patient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like from what I learned from them kind of scenarios,
Mm-hmm.
is that the more I be patient, the more things will be organized and settled. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
want something that's so fast and quick, it's not going to come out how you expect it to be. So if you want to be if you want to be excellent, if you wanted it to be good and all, like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to be patient at all times, not only with somebody else, but within yourself, because it starts with you. So it's like you don't want to just rush the process. And it ain't microwave success. It takes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really big on patience. So it's like I could be told wait many a times. I can still wait. It's a routine, because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I was taught how to discipline myself, how
Mm-hmm.
to actually teach myself to be patient with not only everybody else but myself. And yeah, like everybody else basically. So I know, so I'm good with patience.
I feel you, and definitely if anybody else want to hop on, anybody else want to hop on Winter Wednesday today with me and Naeem, definitely you can send me a text. I can shoot you guys a link, but that's definitely good. I definitely agree with you when you say like you had to basically you had to learn that and you had to discipline yourself. I like when you say to discipline yourself, and one thing that I'm trying to do now with discipline is discipline myself on trying to be patient and trying to keep my composure and not letting my feelings affect me in the moment of tough situations or when I'm like when things are not going my way, not to react on how I feel, but what I think. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just certain things like that where I have to discipline myself in those type of roles so I can be ordered to gain that patience and gain that self control because the self control I have now it's definitely still respectable, still have a leadership perspective at all times, but it's sometimes I do see myself where as though I can catch myself out of hand or I could basically spark off and like send like I could spark off and it might come off in the wrong way when I'm talking to other people. That's something that I gotta work on. That's something I want to basically build on this and as well like the patience thing is with me. So I definitely agree with you, but like with the patience thing, another question I gotta ask, and everybody else in the chat to see if you want to lock in with us, is how do you keep your composure when like when things like not going your way or you looking up to something really big and then something happens to you right then and there, you be like, and something happens and you can't do it no more. Like, how do you keep your composure? What's something that you do to basically keep your composure and keep your peace when things really don't go the same way you want to?
Me, I'm big on optimistic. Like I often think optimistic because it's like, yeah, it probably happened like unexpectedly, but
Right.
at the same time, it's like it probably didn't go how I wanted or it ain't go how I planned, but it doesn't mean I cannot start with something new, because you probably try to start something with the same, but what if it actually happened again, the same scenario? So how I actually could keep my composure. I often think optimistic because I'm not trying to look for the past. I'm trying to look for the bigger picture. It probably ain't the
It,
best, but
Naeem, you was definitely a little frozen for a little bit. They definitely probably got you. Can you hear
yeah, I
us?
can hear you.
Oh, all right, because they definitely got you on the screenshot because you was frozen like, and I was like, oh boy, they about to get him. But nah, definitely keep on what you were saying, Naeem.
Yeah, I just often think optimistic instead of thinking negative. I think positive due to the situation, because I probably took like a loss or anything that didn't go my way. I think about starting something new, because when you start something with new, it's better than what's will always. I mean, what if like I was basically saying was the new is better than the old. So I wouldn't always depend on the old, because I would like to move forward. I like to move forward. I don't want to stay in the same position for the longest. Like I'm trying to actually make improvements. So I often think optimistic and like Jimmy said, I take myself away from the situation and actually like clear my
Definitely
mind,
agree with that.
yeah, and walk away from it, because at the end of the day, it's still on me. It's still up to me if I want to change or not.
I feel you, and I feel you. And Jim, I want to basically piggyback off what you were saying when you said take myself away from the situation, doing something else to clear my mind, so I can calm down, and then later come back to it. I definitely agree with that. I do. But sometimes it's situations where as though you can't come right back to it, like you gotta handle the situation at that moment. And I've been put in those certain predicaments where as though where I'm like I panic. If you guys understand what I'm saying, like when I'm in a situation, because now I'm 19 years old. Now I'm about to be 20 in January. So I'm signing all my my consent forms, my signing all my permission slips, signing like medical forms and everything like that. Student loans, credits and everything like that. Everything is on my responsibility. So when I'm put into that heated predicament, and when I'm put into that heated battlefield, it's like I start to panic. But then once I realize I start to panic, I realize how to calm myself down. And I want to be able to discipline myself where though I don't panic at all. And nobody's perfect. I'm not saying nobody's perfect, but it's sometimes where I can't literally take myself out at that moment. So what I do is when I'm in the moment, I get overworked, and then it's like I go off my feeling, and then when my feeling is, I just be like my head just be gone, and I just be saying what I feel, and like it's not disrespectful because I never disrespect nobody, but it's like sometimes it could come off in the wrong way, but I'm really just expressing how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm expressing how I'm feeling, but it's coming off in the wrong way, and that's nothing what I want to do. But it's also I got to learn how to be patient. Like everything happens for a reason. That's what I believe in. Everything happens for a reason. So if it's happening right now, it's definitely for a good reason. So you also got to learn how to basically now look at what's going to happen right there in the moment. Like, oh, this happening right now, so I ain't gonna be able to do this. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I ain't gonna be able to do that. Like, oh, I'm backed up on this, or I gotta do this. Like, you got to take some time. You have to basically, take. Sometimes you do have to take yourself away, but when you in that moment, you still have to think. Like, have the understanding in with your own, which had the understanding with yourself, where so you can think about, look, how does this help me in the long run? That's what I got to do. Like, there's three questions I asked. How would it help me in the long run? What's things I have to do right now in the moment? And is this something that's going to benefit me and my family, or benefit me in general to help me and my family be successful in the long run? So, once you ask yourself questions like that, once you ask yourself any question that you may have, Naeem or Jim or anybody else, but once you have that like that habit of doing it, your patience will start gaining yourself, and then your self control will start gaining back, and then the panicking stages won't really happen in the beginning. So I definitely do understand what you're saying, Jim. I definitely agree with you at that point, but also want to say like sometimes you can't take yourself out. You got to keep that discipline to where so you don't panic and you keep respectful at all times. Jimmy was also said, I feel you, coach. It just take time to develop those habits too. Definitely, like nothing that will happen overnight. It's going to definitely take you time. So you're going to have go through the battlefield to actually come out and see what you learn. I think I said that last week when I was on when with Cam, and it was like, you never know you never know what you learn until you actually went through it. Because when you're going through something, you be like, why am I going through this? What did I do for this? Bop, 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 this, that, and the third. But then I promise you, once you leave that place you was in, or that situation you was in, you look back and you be like, I learned a lot. I learned how to better control myself. I know how to better communicate with people. I know how to better have patience with like things that don't go my way, or things that just not gonna be in that order. So I definitely agree with that. And yeah, everything for some reason, Cam. And Naeem, I was basically, just how do you feel when like you said you have that you keep the optimistic mind, and I love that because everything about you is optimistic. But it's like when things don't go your way and you start to panic, like how do you find yourself to come back at peace? What's one thing you do to come back at peace?
My bad. I was trying to get myself together, so I don't. My I would say reflect from my situation and learn from it, and what I could have done better next time or before, or I could have somebody that I can't always do it on my own, so I always have somebody there for me to like actually guide me, not just do it for me, but just guide me to the point where I can really make this go my way next time and being more patient. Because a lot of like these days now, like people so impatient about getting money and all that, but you can be patient about getting money. It's there for you. You just have to be patient if you try to work hard, because patience comes with it everything. Like not everybody, you gotta get it like everybody else. Everybody had to wait their turn, so you're gonna have to wait your turn as well. Nobody perfect.
Yeah, and I feel you, and I definitely do agree with you. You said a lot of people's impatient with this money, and I seen that. I definitely had seen that once I got to the college world, because once I was in high school, money wasn't a big thing. You know, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't say money wasn't a big thing, but money wasn't the main thing in high school. Like my high school was literally just school, basketball, football. You know, and then I went to Douglas, so it was probably a fight in the hallway, and they was trying to figure out who was fighting. And then the professor, I mean not professors, I'm sorry, in the college world, the teachers, giving out extended homework, with certain students, and then other people don't get the homework extended. Like that's the little thing I was worrying. That's the little thing people was worrying about in high school. But once I got to college, like I really have seen like everybody is money hungry, and then and I feel as though it's okay to be money hungry to an extent. And shout out to Miss Joni. Never chase the money, never chase the bag. Let the bag chase you. And that's what I had. That's the mindset I went in. Going to college. Like everybody is, oh, I gotta go get this job. Oh, I gotta go do this. I gotta go get this money. I gotta go get this money. I gotta get this money. And I'm not like saying like, oh, I don't like money, because me, Naeem, and everybody else on this chat know that we like money. Everybody like money, but it all comes with how do you make your money. And is this money legal? Is this money legal? Is it a smart way to make money? And are you having fun while doing it? So even for me, women's basketball manager, I do that for federal work study. For people that don't know who federal work study is, federal work study. So like when you're in college, it's like from the government. You had to like it's the government that give you money. Like they already like it's a certain amount of money that they're supposed to give you, but it's you have to work for it and they give it to you in checks. It basically depend on your hours. Now, basketball, I love basketball. Basketball manager. I was a basketball coach and I'm a basketball manager in college. When I got the job, I was just happy. Like, hold up, I'm ready to be a basketball manager for a Division II college. Like, what? Women's basketball. Shout out to the Shawan women's basketball team. We won last night. I had to represent us today. But it's like I do what I love and I earn money by doing it. Heart Smiles, leadership opportunities, Winning Wednesday, Thriving Thursday, Focus Friday, any opportunity, YAB, Healing Youth Alliance, Voices on Vax. Definitely follow Voices on Vax on IG too, y'all. But definitely Voices on Vax, like those are things that I love to do. Those are things that we love to do. Those are the things that we love to do, and we also get paid for it. Thanks to Miss Tony, but we also get paid for it by doing the leadership opportunities, by doing opportunities about that. So that's another thing. And then of course, it's legal. It's Miss Tony. Like everybody know Miss Tony how to feel. Like Miss Tony, Miss Tony. I mean, the man know her. Like, come on now, Miss Tony, the governor know her. I
Exactly.
mean, she got the president phone number. Like, stop playing with her. Like, she legit like that. Like, stop playing with her. But no, definitely laughing. Like, people are definitely impatient with the money. And it's also like I feel when people say I need money, I got these bills to pay, I got bills, I got this, I got this, I got this. Understandable, but never put yourself into a predicament because you also have to work for the money. And I was just basically telling like people like they talking about, oh, I'm behind on this, I'm behind on that, and they want to basically put that stuff into something where they don't want to project, where they want to put that stuff into something that's going to basically take a toll on that body, and also, it's just like you want to work for this money. You're gonna look up to this check or you're gonna get this much money, you're gonna get this much money, but like you're putting yourself into those hours where you really don't want to be there for one. Like I just don't agree with people going having a job that they don't want to be there. Like that me, like Miss Joni knows. I hated McDonald's. I hated McDonald's. Okay. I hated them burgers, them French fries, them chicken nuggets, them apple juices, them apple slices with the yogurts, you know what I'm saying, with the biscuits with no sausage. Like I hated that. And Miss Donnie was like, "Yo, you need to quit. Like, money. That if you don't like what you're doing, then quit." And I quit. I definitely did quit. I felt good quitting, and I was upset because I was like, "Dang, I'm able to get those checks like that every other week. I'm not gonna be able to get that direct deposit." But then when Miss Donnie came and got me for real, she pulled me in. She was like, "Yo, you make more money than you was making at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You'll have $1,000 for like a one class. You take you about 4 or 5 checks to get $1,000 at McDonald's. Honestly, it really do." So I was like, "Oh yeah, this is something I love to do, and I'm getting paid for, and I'm learning leadership, and I'm learning leadership, accountability, responsibility, and everything else. Like that's something I love. So like definitely. And what Naeem said, like Lil Durk said, if you want to meet the president, he said, "What you say, Naeem? I gotta see this." He said, if you want to meet the president, you gotta meet the Bang Bros."
Like for real, like if you want to meet the top bars, you gotta meet the members. Like say exactly, if you want to meet Miss Jones, you gotta meet the heartbeats. Something.
Facts. Like
But
you gotta meet Miss Morgan. You gotta meet Miss Caitlin, Miss Simone. You gotta meet all them. And then once they cool with it for real, then you might get to meet Miss Joni. You know what I mean? Because Miss Joni, she a little bougie, so she might not want to see you for real. If you're not talking about leadership or you ain't talking about the youth, she not gonna want to see you. So you definitely got to be out of there. Like her time is very limited. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a call or me, first of all, if you get to see Miss Joni face in person, you special. Period. You just special because she don't like coming outside. She like to sit down on sit down on her desk, write a little heart smiles from her on the back. You know what I mean? Talking to the youth, have meetings about youth, leadership, accountability, responsibility. That's what Miss Joni wanted to do. But if you get to see Miss Joni in person, y'all, I'm telling you, you better cherish that moment. You better cherish every moment, every second you is with Miss Joni, because once she get her GMC and she pull off, it's gone. Like, she gone. She gone. She really gone. And I'm saying it's like, no, but Miss Jones, we love you. You know we love you. But she was like, you too good to be blowing up balloons. Hey Cam, yeah, listen, y'all. Don't work at a job that you don't love. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. And Cam was like, yo, and I know they wasn't paying me enough. Like, you don't want to do out of here. You don't want to go. You don't want to do that. Like, I don't. And I just feel as though, like, if I'm gonna do something and make money off of it, at least I want to like what I do. You know what I'm saying? Not the GMC. Listen, y'all crazy, Miss Joni. You know, if you hop in that white GMC with the poster boards and the sticky notes and the markers in the trunk, and you pull off, they ain't seeing you no more. Like, they got to put that 2 weeks notice in. Make sure it get cleared by Miss Mo for the calendar, because it might be overbooked and you might gotta meet them next month. So if you meet them next month, you know what I mean? So like, Miss Joni, like, really? You know, if you get that GMC, it's over with. But no, I'm just, it's all jokes. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Everybody laughing in the comments. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Naeem, what's up? You back?
I was just waiting for my mother to pick up, but she didn't pick up. But yeah, I was listening the whole time, like
Mm,
how, like, and this the day when I'm here for the comments. I'm It's like it's showing me like know your worth vibes, right?
mm,
I'm not really lying. I could have been working at a retail place right now, right? But I'm not.
right,
Listen. I don't want to say I'm acting like Miss Joni or I'm acting bougie, right?
right,
The dang, like, it's like I cannot deal with. It's like I know how to deal with people in my environment, right? But
right.
at the same time, from getting paid a little just to do like so much, right? Plus, I know my worth. It's not me knowing my worth. It's not just about my. It's what I can do, what I can bring to the table, and how I impact others. It's like me. I don't even really want to work at the store because it's not only the environment,
Mm-hmm,
because that I don't see my. That's not. I don't see myself working at a behind a cash register. I even
mm,
like some of my friends. They work at a retail place. I don't
mm,
say, "Oh, don't go there," or "Don't work there." I tell them, "Oh, that's what's up. Like, congratulations. Like, oh yeah, you really get into it." I don't
mm-hmm,
just tell them, "Oh, don't work there." I actually give them props because, end of the day, they probably don't always have opportunities like heart smiles and stuff.
mm,
But like, end of the day, at least they got a job. At least they could work at somewhere they could really get paid for and really provide
mm-hmm,
themselves to that family. So I
mm-hmm.
wouldn't really talk down or brag or anything because I'm very humble. I'm not really just stunting on you for real.
Right, definitely, definitely, yeah. And then it's definitely it's nothing wrong working at a retail store, because that might be the life people. Some people actually might want to go to the retail store, work themselves from an employee to be the manager, to be the store manager, to be the general manager of the whole company, things like that. So it's nothing wrong working at it. We're just saying, don't work at a place that you don't like what you're doing, especially if you're doing labor work. Now, for me, everybody know I am 6'9". Y'all, can y'all imagine me? Like, everybody in the comments, just say yes or no. Y'all can be honest. But can y'all imagine me behind somebody at McDonald's cash register talking about, "Good afternoon, my name is Shalom. I'm here to take your order. What would you like?" Like, "Oh, we can try. You can try a special number 5 today. You have to make it red with the extra barbecue sauce on the side and the French fries on the medium with the Coke on the side." Like, do y'all really see me doing that? Like, I can't be doing that. Like, I'm too tall. Like, I'm just too tall. I just think that's just me too tall. And then I gotta wear these pants and with the McDonald's logo. And then the shoes just be like long. I know my feet big, so the shoes just be long. Like, come on now. I just can't do that. So I gotta learn how to discipline myself, and have the patience, to come to Heart Smiles and actually excel in my life and actually gain some things back, because working at McDonald's, it wasn't a lifestyle. Naeem said you catting about being 6'9". I am not, bro. I'm really 6'9". Like, I'm 6'9". I promise you I am. I promise you I
I
am.
can't say
I'm
nothing because
six
when I
nine.
met you in person, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like I'm thinking I'm like, yo, Shalon cannot be this tall. Like, I'm only 5'8".
Right.
It's like most of these heartbeats, everybody is taller than me. Like when I met James in person, he taller than me. I'm like, what? Like,
Now
I'm
you are pretty short though. You are pretty short, you know, but your average height for a male, I'm just over average height. Like I don't know what I'm taller than my mom, my dad, my grandfather. I'm taller than everybody in my family. I'm the tallest one in my family, you know, on both sides. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just 6'9", you know.
hold up. I know Cam gotta be Catman. She said, now you know I'm a giant. I'm not even gonna say nothing else.
Now Cam is pretty tall. He is pretty
No,
tall. He is
ain't
pretty tall.
no, no, ain't no way. Cause when I met, how many times I met Cam? I met her in person like a lot. She
Right.
go like, she go like right here or like right here. Like you probably think she tall because her hair, right? But she's not tall.
You
She's
don't think
not
she
even
tall?
that tall. Like that's so sad, Cam. You're not that tall. You're just not that guy. You just not.
And and Miss Joni. So you did think Miss Joni's tall?
I'm not gonna lie. Miss Jody taller than me, by like 1 to 2 inches. I ain't really lie.
Miss Joni pretty tall. Like, don't get it wrong. Hey yo, why Jimmy say Dr. K wrong with having me and Shalal having me and Shalal present next to each other in person, making me look like I'm 8. And he was in the news and everything. That was so funny. Yeah, Jim was like right here to me, y'all, like at my elbow. Like I was like, oh. Gemma's short. Like she's short. Sydney is too. Sydney short. Sydney short. E- Elder. My
Oh,
friend
there's a
Elder.
lie.
Yeah,
I ain't ready to lie. It's a
my
lie.
good
You're not
old
gonna lie.
friend Elder. She is very short. And Miss Joni was like, I am not taller than Elaborate. I am 5'7". What? Miss Joni 5'7"?
Yeah.
She pretty tall though. Like she pretty tall. Like she pretty tall. She pretty tall. She pretty tall. Like, and you know, listen, let me tell y'all, and by me being tall, I gotta have patience with that too. Because let me tell y'all, look, I'm in the shower, right? There's no way I can be able to. There's no way I should be able to look over the shower curtain and see the whole bathroom. Like that is very, very, very cringe for me. Like I hate looking over to the left or looking over to the left, and I can see the sink, I can see the toilet, I can see the toilet paper. Like that is like very cringe for me. And like another thing for like when I'm walking through doors, like in college, when I first got to college, I was walking through the doors and I was just hitting my head. And I'm like, yo, I hate being this tall. Like, yo, somebody take my knees, somebody break my kneecap, somebody take my ankles. Like, bro, I hate being tall. And it came to me like I had to learn how to just basically like, you know, this is what you gotta live with, Shalom. You gotta be patient, you know, you just gotta gain the self control of, you know, this is what you gotta be, this is what you gotta do with the rest of your life. Like this is what you gotta do for the rest of your life. And it is what it is. And I learned, you know, that I gotta basically what's the word? What's the word? Take the lemons that I get and make lemonade. So I'm tall, right? You know, and now I'm basketball coach, basketball manager. You know, I run cross country. I can use my legs. I'm making lemonade. Ken was like back to patience. Yes, definitely is back to patience. What's some questions you have about being patient, Naeem? Like, what's some questions you have for being patient for me or the group
I want to ask
as
this for
well?
somebody. Like, well, I don't know if we like answered this already, but like, what who taught you who taught y'all how to be patient and how that benefits you to this day? You feel me? Oh yeah,
Mm.
one more thing. And Shalon, you probably be taller, but I look grown. I look older. That's all I say.
Naeem,
That's all I gotta
like
say.
that. Do
Cause
you
listen,
do you not see my little chin hairs? Like I'm
listen,
over here growing a whole
my
beard
ring light
and a
might be broke.
mustache.
My ring light might be broke, but I got sideburns.
I
Tell
got
you
si-
what.
You know what? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about who told me how to be patient, because
Yeah,
the
it's the
person who
light
told me how
skipping
to be patient,
challenge, y'all. It's the
the
light
person
skip.
who told me how to be patient had the beard too. But anyways, the person that is really a good question of who taught me how to be patient. I say I would say it was a part of like my coach, like definitely my cross country coach, because when I was going through the tough times, and he was just like I would have to come like after the time after the situation was over with, I would come back, when I would go to his office, and we would talk in his office, and he would teach me a lot. Like Coach Harris was definitely a coach West, though he was definitely a coach West to the point where you might not want to hear what that person got to say, but it's going to help you in the long run. Like it's something that you need to hear, and it's something that's going to basically get you right back on track. And that's the person that was Coach Harris for me. But Coach Harris is like you got to be patient, because you don't know what can happen and how it could affect you. Be patient. Also seek your resources too as well, especially when you're going through tough times. Look at the resources. Look at people that can actually help you out. Like whereas though you don't have to be by yourself. Nobody's by themselves. So if you're going through a tough time and you feel as though that you need help, call somebody. Call your brother, call your sister. I call Miss Mo, even though Miss Mo be busy sometimes and she don't like to answer the phone. So but I call Miss Mo, or I call Jada. Yeah, I call Jada or James. Yeah, I do. I do. I text Cam because I know Cam be busy. She in college, but I definitely be texting. I definitely be calling Jay. I could definitely be calling Jada and James because like they're the two people where as though I can feel like if I can't make a smart decision right then and there, like Jada, see the person where as though she's gonna break everything down for me and she's gonna ask me questions and then the questions are gonna basically get me to the answers that I need to get. James is gonna be like, how is it going to affect you in the long run? Like, what is it going to like? What are you going to get out of it? You feel me? Like, what is the pros and what is the cons out of it? So that's why I call them too. Like, they one of my two main support systems. Elder always too. But Elder be busy too. She be in school too, so it's like a text message was gonna go to her. But it's like I would say definitely my friends and my coach and myself. So just by having that support system, that just basically supported. It's like the support system basically taught me how to keep having it. So I just got to keep going and keep going and keep going and trying to. When I had the patience that I was being taught, I gotta have the patience and keep using the habits. Because when I don't want to take a habit and use it once, and then after I use that habit, it's gone. Like that's not the person I am. Like I'm gonna take the habits and keep using it, so it can be a consistent habit. Whereas though it won't get out of me. So I definitely like that one. We definitely gonna read some of these comments. Hold on, we going to come in these comments. One thing I'm gonna do is text Cam, Gemma, facts. Like everybody got text Cam, especially tough times, good time, bad times. I'm texting Cam, like, yo, Cam, I need help, and she gonna be like, what's up? Jada, I'm calling Jada, I need help. What's up? James, I need help. Like, what's up? Miss Mo, like, I need help. Cam is always there when she can be, and I want to be more like her with her leadership skills and successful as her. Cam is the GOAT. Definitely. Cam is definitely the GOAT. Shout out to Cam, man. Cam, you really be shining and you inspire a lot of people. So definitely Cam, we want to give our love to you because Cam, you're a GOAT for real. And you helped me out in a lot of situations. Me and you co-facilitators, Winning Wednesday, you've entrepreneurship classes, stuff like that. Healing Youth Alliance, everything like that. Like Cam, you definitely is a GOAT. So definitely shout out to you. We really appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. And yeah, we appreciate you for that one. Bree said, my niece taught me a lot of patience. I feel you. I definitely feel you. And you know what? You actually made me tap into my siblings too, because Miss Joey, I got a lot of siblings, but I have a lot of siblings. And then I'm the oldest. I'm 19. I got a lot of siblings. So I would definitely say they taught me as patience. They taught me the patience whereas though with my anger. Because at first, before I joined Hearts and Mouths, I was a very like I would get angry fast. I still get irritated fast, but I know how to control myself. But my sisters and brothers, you ever watch your sisters and brothers like your sisters and brothers, and then they just be running around the house, always hungry every 5 seconds. They want to go outside. One on one stay in the house. One on one do this and one on one. Oh my gosh! Like that will. I told myself I ain't never having kids. Like my parents ain't gonna be grandparents because of me. They gonna have to worry about the mother because I ain't having kids because I just they would run me crazy and excuse me, y'all, but it definitely did teach me patience with my anger. Like I had to basically control myself. Like, yo, these are kids. Like, you getting mad or what? They just kids. They just literally doing what they just doing what they're supposed to do. You know, they just growing up. They want to go outside. They want to do this and the third. They want to have it. They want to run off the energy. You know, somebody gonna be antisocial, want to stay in the house. Like that's just kids. And you know, you can't be basically mad, but you know, they definitely have some feeling like, yo, I do not want to watch these kids. But it's like, hey. You know, watch your siblings, watch your brothers and sisters. Jimmy was like, my niece humbled me every day. Yes, humble, like be humble. You know, and not even just the brothers and sisters and cousins, but parents and grandparents. They been humble, like they taught me how to be humble, and I'd be like, Jimmy was like, no, me and my niece be squaring up. Hey, yo, Gemma, don't be sitting up there with Niecy Pooh. She might hit you with the loop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. It's like no, it's like no, it's like no. So it was like facts. Children will humble you so fast. They will teach you to learn things, especially patience. Yeah, I definitely feel you about that. Definitely children can help you with that as well. Naeem, glad to see you back. Gemma was like, my nephews is a different story. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, Cam, like Cam, I know Cam got Q. Like Cam, did Q teach you a lot of patience? Like you say, when he was younger, he would cry so much. I used to cry when I was a baby. But the Cam teach you a lot of patience and stuff? And Naeem, like we was talking about how siblings and how they teach us patience, or like watching kids in general. Like you ever had that
Man,
experience of just watching your brothers and sisters, and they had to basically it
don't get
make you
me
so
started.
mad, but you had to humble yourself because they just your brothers and sisters.
Man, the siblings part, you know me. I got a lot of siblings, like a lot of nephews and nieces. Like I got a big family. Like
Right.
I feel like, I mean, I was never the type of person like I ain't never wanted to watch anybody. Like I got a niece that lives with me. Like it's like it's like I don't know. Like I got anger management issues, so it's like if I say exactly if I see her something doing, like I'll yell at her, or like or I'll just come off aggressive or wrong, or like sometimes I don't really tolerate that with my siblings either, or like my other nieces and nephews. Like I don't play that, but at the same time, I give them time to develop what they got going on so they can settle themselves down. Like my mother was the big one to teach me to be patient, and my older brother. And yeah, like my mother was the main one to teach me how to be patient. It's ever since then I know how to I know how to be patient, but sometimes like if something is not working well, like I wanted to hurry up, like what the lady said. If I forgot, I cannot remember. It was a meme, right? She said, it was like if God don't do it, it ain't gonna get done, or something like that. Y'all know that meme?
Yeah, I know that meme. I mean, in college, I mean, in my college, we made a meme. It was like, I'm gonna let go and let God. Amen, amen. Because that's what you just gotta do. But definitely, and I also want to tap into definitely what Cam was saying. She's like they're older, so it may take them some time to respond, and we all have different personalities. Um, that comes with being coachable. And being coachable is a strong thing, especially with patience, leadership, accountability, but being able to be coached and not reacting a different not react and what's the word I'm looking for, guys, help me out. Be able to react in a good way and not be able to, I can't find the word, so I'm gonna get to the point. But basically, like, prime example, siblings, nieces, nephews. You're in the house with like three your nieces and nephews, your brothers and sisters, whatever the case may be, right? And you're sitting there, and like all three of your siblings or your brothers and sisters had different personalities. One want to go outside, play football all day, want to get sweaty, want to get dirty. The other one, she a TikTok famous. They want to be in a room with the ring light dancing, just that and the third. And the other one just want to be in the room watching Netflix. Them have three different personalities, but you have to find a way to adapt to the personalities and adapt to all of three of them to make sure they're all okay. And a prime example, and not I say prime example, but when I had to take that time, whereas though my sister is one of them. I literally had that's my side of the family. Like, my brother, he want to go outside, run, play, do whatever he can do to get off his energy. He's want to go outside. My other sister, she TikTok. She want to do TikTok. She want earrings and put a phone up right there and they want to put the phone in the ring light and listen to the music and whatever these 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds doing these days. And then I got my other sister who want to literally just sit in her room and watch Netflix all day. And it definitely taught me how, you know, not all children are the same, and you can't approach each child at the same. And for people that if anybody want to need help, what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, like, you got to have a different relationship and a different, I won't say different relationship, but like a different way to approach a relationship with a different sibling or brothers or cousins. You know, like my older sister, me and her relationship is way different than me and my younger sisters. Like me and my older sister can talk about things she going to high school. You know, I can talk about things I go in college. Me and my younger sister can talk about what's on the net, what Netflix are we going to watch this week, which one just came out, the new episodes come out, how was middle school, what's going on, like, you know, with your friends, blah, blah, blah. And me and my little brother can sit there and talk all day about Minecraft, Fortnite, and how he can beat me in a race and he's 7 years old. Like, that's things we can talk about, and that's how different our relationships is. And also, like, when I say it, it taught me how to basically have different relationships, but all love them the same way, you know, and, you know, care for them all the same way, but just show how they have different relationships, different personalities. And again, that also taught me patience, whereas though each of them are different. So I can't expect the same from each of them. I can't. Okay, that don't sound. That sound like I was illiterate. I can't expect the same thing from each of my siblings or cousins, stuff like that. I can't expect the same thing. I have to expect something different because they are the three different people, all the different personalities, but we are brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? So also you got to be coachable. Like, definitely, if you're going out with your siblings, you got to be coachable. You know, because when you having siblings, and even though you might not be the person that's watching the siblings all the time, like they might have a babysitter, or your mom might take them out to take them to school when you don't gotta watch them. You'll still learn something from your siblings. You'll learn something from your siblings, and you definitely learn things from your parents. And when learning things with your parents, it comes with that generation with this generation as well. You know, not to call nobody old, but the back generation in 1983, 1984 is when they was using the pages, and, you know, they would have a lot of technology, and, you know, certain situations in school, they didn't go through the same situation that we go through in school now. These days, like bullying, for example, bullying it was somewhat big back in the 80s, but it wasn't as big how it is now. So definitely that's something we can talk about, as far as, like, you know, having your parents teach you, but just from a different generation. And yeah, Naeem, anything you want to add on as well?
Yeah, I could definitely relate. Cause mind you, like, I got 7 brothers and I got 4 sisters. Well, I'm one of the 7 brothers for real. And the only 2 youngest siblings I got is my 14-year-old brother and my 18-year-old brother. It's like, if I want to talk about like games, comics, and all, like, they the main 2 I go to talk about it for real. But other than that, rest of my siblings, they are adults, like 20s to 30s at least. Like,
Yeah, and I always wanted to have like an older sibling. I always wanted to, like, just to see what it's like to have somebody that's older than you and you can look up to them. But it's like I'm the oldest, so I gotta look up to myself. I'd be like, oh, I'm the prime example for, like, the rest of the rest of my siblings behind me. So I always wanted to see that perspective. I did. Jimmy was like, as a middle child, I'm just neutral with all my siblings because none of them are my age, and I feel you. And I feel you, but definitely, Gemma, it's definitely each of your siblings have a different personality. Whereas though each of them. Let me stop saying each of them because that sounds so illiteral. Each of them have different personalities and they do different things. And, you know, you paint. Do anybody else in your do anybody else in your family paint? You know, so like that's a personality. That's a personality. That's a trait that you have. You paint, and you're amazing at it. So, like, do anybody else in do your siblings paint, or like do your brother, do your mom, your dad paint, things like that? So that's how you basically, you know, compare to see how you guys are together. Charles, like, me and my cousins have a sibling bond, but because we've been close since like forever. And yes, like, that's definitely true too. Like, being close with your cousins, too close, whereas though y'all like sisters and brothers. I have one of those. You know, me and my cousins is that close. Like, I talk to her every day. You know, and she's older than me. So, matter of fact, I can take that back. I do see somebody older than me. That's my cousin, but she's not my sibling. But she's my cousin. She's like 25. Well, no, she's 30 now. But Now she's in college too, and she's trying to basically pursue herself to be an RN. And
Man,
I'm looking at her like, yo, you're not that far ahead of me, so you can do it, I can do it. So that's definitely something I can look up as well. That's something I can look up as well. So I feel as though like, yo, we had a good session. It's 6:49, and we got 10 minutes. But I feel as though the stuff we talked about in the session was pretty fire. Like if y'all like the stuff, if y'all like the topics we talked about today, drop a fire in the chat for me, y'all. Drop a fire in the chat. I want to see how many of y'all like the conversation. If anybody want to get like a last minute question out in the chat as well, definitely like them up in the chat. Me and Naeem glad to ask any questions, any questions. But we got 10 minutes, so don't worry. Don't. I said don't worry. Don't forget you got to do your jewels. Like jewels is number one. Jewels is number one.
all right, so we want to Jules now because I was ready
No,
to say something, but
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say something, Naeem. We got 10 minutes left. We got
I
ten
ain't
minutes.
really love. I got cousins, right?
Right.
But I don't talk to them. It's like I do not talk to them every day. It would be the last time I talked to them if it was a year ago or more, and it's that deep because it's like I can't say too much, but it's like how your mother, your father, right? They probably had that thing going on, so it's to the point where oh, since you're living with your mother, you can't always interact with your cousins on your father's side. Like, yeah, you'll interact with your cousins on your mother's side, but just only 1% of it. Because it's like, but with me, because it's like my mother, she don't always want me to be around people that show their true colors at the end. It could be your own blood for real. So I'm like, that's why I'm only around like the family members I'm only around is my two siblings, my two brothers, and my sister and my niece. Like it's like I'm kind of isolated. So it's like that's why I often it's like when I make friends, people look up to me as a brother too. Like people look up to me as a brother, like someone they can look up to and all that. Like people always tell me like thank you for doing this and I appreciate it, such and such. Like I have people that look up to me and people always tell me like, I always make them smile, I always bring positive vibes because that's who I am. Like I don't even do that with my cousins. Like I don't even be talking to them. I just stay isolated. I ain't even hold you.
And I feel you. I definitely do feel you with that too, because um, I used to live with my mom, the entire time I was growing up. My mom and dad were separated, and I used to live with my mom, and it was kind of hard to talk to like my siblings on my dad's side or my cousins on my dad's side because they would live in like Pennsylvania and stuff like that. But now since I'm older, I have my own way of contacting them myself. But I definitely do agree with you. What kind of it is definitely hard. With not talking to your whole entire family because of certain situations, but it's definitely to the point where it's though you have to take initiative. You have to take that responsibility with the West though. If you want that bond with them, you have to create that bond. You have to create that bond yourself. So don't let your parents inflict on you and your cousin's bond. Your
Yeah,
parents, you and your cousin and your parents are two different things.
right, right.
Let's talk about that. And we definitely gonna hop into this. We definitely gonna hop into this question. Soul said. So I had a good question. Her question was, what was the process of learning patience for you? Like what tools did you use to learn patience? Um, that's a good question. That's a good question. Now, even when I take that question first, I got to still think about that because that's a good
How to
question.
be
That's a good
patient with
question.
a
So,
patient child and not just give it to a temperament.
that
I
was Naved. She said how to be patient. Yeah, yep, yep.
how
I feel you with
I
that one.
actually be a patient with a patient child. I give them space. I give them space, and I give them reminders. Like I'll let them know, like, hey, you probably not might not want to listen to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm here if it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
Or they like I'm just here if it's needed. Like I'll just give them that. I'll give them that time and space for them to develop on themselves because like I don't want to rush it on them, and now they feel obligated to be patient with me and to stay close to me and all that. So I just give them the time and space to actually develop on that with themselves. So that's
Definitely.
how I be patient with a patient child.
Definitely. And yeah, it's definitely for this. I'm gonna definitely answer the bad question, but I'm gonna answer the soul question first because her question came up first, and she was talking about like the process of my training. The tools that I use. I want to say the tools. I would say the predicaments that I put myself in. Um, I tend to put myself into predicaments where as though I don't have the full control over it, and I don't know what the situation is going. I don't know the outcome of the situation. So, how I like the tools that I use is basically me just put myself in those predicaments that I didn't know about, and basically finding out how can I, when I'm in those predicaments, what are the habits I use my habits that I learned to basically get me out of that, to basically get me out of the situation that I'm in, and how to basically calm myself down when things come like that. So that's how I basically handle myself. So I thank you for that one. The values like basically how to be patient with an impatient child. Um, it takes time, Neve. It definitely takes time, but you got to look at it as they're babies. Their brain is still developing day by day. They're learning stuff day by day, and they might, they know they okay, put it like this, because I have a 2-year-old cousin in the other room, and he know when he, like yesterday, it was a pan of cookies. It was his cookies, and he had his cookies on his table, and it was my aunt cookies. He ate his cookies, and then he went to go get one of his mom's cookies and ate it. And then when we looked at him and said, "KG, why you do that?" He looked at us and smiled. So they know what they be doing, but you got to realize, like, they babies, like that's what they're going to do. But also, you have to teach them instead of yelling at them. You know, um, Yelling at them is not always a good thing. Because kids don't need to be yelled at. And I feel as though that's some trauma. But I would say that's another story though. I would say, just basically teach them. Teach them right from wrong. They might know what they're doing wrong, but actually, like, look, explain to them, like, yo, you don't do that. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, stop doing that. Like, talk to them. If they energy is high and they energetic or they hyper, take them outside. Put the little coat on because it's getting a little cold outside. But take them outside, let them run around, let them do stuff they don't want to get themselves in trouble, and let them play with toys and things like that. So that's how I would say how to be patient with the impatient child, and because it definitely is your cousins and siblings who's very impatient or very want to do things to pick with you, and you gotta learn how to have that self control. Learn how to have that patience. That's right there. That's that patience and that self control we talked about today. Learn how to have that patience. Learn how to have that self control. Because we're like, yeah, you a baby. I'm not gonna break myself down to your level, because if you get down to that level where as though they picking at you or they doing something, you yelling, you mad, and you just want to fight, you want to hit things, like, you letting them get yourself out. You letting them basically get you out of control, and you don't want to do that. They're younger than you. You're the older person. So that's definitely like that. Naeem, you're here to 12. I got some candy yams. I got some stuffing. I got some turkey, some macaroni and cheese. I got some stuff to go make. So,
I was just playing. I'm too sick. I'm too
because
sick
I don't
to
think
do
Miss
it.
Joni was holding this thing going to 12. Because, hey, Miss Joni told me 7 o'clock we out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Man.
but definitely. We get into our jewels real quick. Definitely get into our jewels. It's 6:57, so definitely get to our jewels. Nevaeh, she was like, "I hate being yelled at." I do too. I do too. I hate authority, and I hate people tell me what I gotta do, and they yelling at me when they telling it. Like, calm that down first. Bring that tone from a 10 to a 2, and then we can talk about it in a nice way. But definitely, Nevaeh, I definitely feel what you're saying. I keep talking like that. I don't know why I calm myself down when I talk. But let's definitely get to these jewels, y'all. 6:58, 6:58, 6:58. Now, you got some jewels you want to talk, or you got a jewel you want to say real quick, real quick?
I ain't really lie. I was really saying, like, say a little dirt quote, but we ain't got time. You feel me? Cause that's my favorite rapper. But my jewel is keep your circle small at all times by enemies necessary and never get comfortable, because you will be calling your associates like your dog, your brother, your whoa, your bro, and all that. But but it's like you don't know what they do behind closed doors. Cause I seen that, like, since I got in high schools, and the people I seen and I've been around with, I seen a lot of bad blood, like how people was talking down on each other, and people just don't like. The only way people be friends with each other is based off gossip. me, I don't like to gossip. I like to keep things to myself.
Definitely. I feel you. I feel you. Stay out of the drama. Out of the drama. Okay, okay, okay. Well, y'all, my jewel is sorry. My jewel is, to learn how to control yourself. Learn how to control yourself during tough times. Don't let other people get you out of your character. Use your leadership skills. Use your discipline. Discipline yourself enough to where as though you can be like, I'm not gonna get on your level. I'm better than that. I'm a higher. I set myself to higher standards than that. So definitely learn how to have that self control and definitely learn how to have that patience with yourself, with other people as well. So, that's my jewel for the night, y'all. I want to say thank you, Naeem, for coming on and joining with us today. You've been a great host today. We appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that. Um, Cam, you be safe. She's about to board up her plane to come back home to Baltimore, so you definitely be safe on your flight. We see when you get back home. Everybody else in the chat, thank you guys for coming in today and joining with me. Next week you're gonna be here with me and Cam, so it's gonna be a banger. You already know. Me and Cam winning Wednesdays every Wednesday now. But I really appreciate everybody for coming on and chatting it up with me today. Winter Wednesdays, and everybody have a happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and every other holiday you guys celebrate as well. So thank you guys for coming on. We will see you guys next week. Heart smiles for life. So yeah, but thank y'all for coming on. We see y'all.